Hey everybody! My goal for 2014 is to work on my video blogs, so I'm starting to video blog, and one of my ideas was to kind of blog the experience of songwriting a little bit. So I'm going to go through some steps that I use to do some songwriting, and I've got a really cool thing. I just joined a group of friends, and we're using, there's like a theme that they send out once a week, and we have a deadline so that I can actually have a goal to work towards. Sometimes it's the hardest thing, is if you don't have a deadline to write for, you can just give up on caring and decide that that song doesn't need to be written. So now I have a goal, and I have the phrase that I have to incorporate in my song is called closing hymn. Closing hymn. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, this is the first step that I do, is I try to come up with a chord progression and a melody. And it doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes I come up with lyrics first, but when I'm just going to sit down and my goal is just to write a song, I work on the chord progression and a melody. So this is what I came up with this morning. So we'll see what comes of that. Okay, so I've been working on the lyrics for this song, Closing Hymn, and usually I come up with a draft first, a rough draft. It's kind of like if you think of sketching, you kind of sketch the outline first and then you fill in the details later. And so I just wanted to show you at the end of my progress today, I've written out the lyrics and then crossed out about half of it and then rewrote it. And that happens just about every song I write. And sometimes I write a song and then I go back and just completely rewrite it, and nothing on the page is the same as the first draft. So if you like songwriting, don't be afraid to edit, and don't be afraid to go back and just when you feel like a part of your song is weak, that's kind of what I do. If I feel like, oh, that part just doesn't quite feel as strong as the rest of it, I just can't be afraid to cut it out. So anyway, I can't say that this is the final draft, but this is the final draft for today, and maybe later I'll come back and rearrange some more of it, but this is what I've come up with today, and this is called Closing Hymn. One last call before I fall, I'm losing faith in my two hands. One more word, one final purge, I'm losing sight of where I stand. It's time to give it up, it's time to lay it down. It's time to seek love first, when it's time to sing my... Messed it up. Start over. This is another part of songwriting, is practicing it over and over again so you don't mess it up. One last call before I fall, I'm I'm losing faith in my two hands. One more word, one final purge. I'm losing sight of where I stand. It's time to give it up. It's time to lay it down. It's time to seek love first. When it's time to sing my closing hymn, all else will pale in comparison. One last call before I fall. I'm hanging on to threads I know. One more word, one final purge. I'll sing it out until I let go. I am yours. My heart is sure. I'll lose it all if only at my final hour I know that I am known and loved by you alone. By you alone.